Gerard and Mikey from My Chemical Romance. Welcome along to Absolute Radio. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Hey,
Yeah, very good. I'm liking the new hair.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's kind of messed up right now, so I got my hat on. Well, it's cold out. That's really why I got my hat on.
Yeah, it's really cold outside.
I know you kind of timed it wrong. It's it's winter. What do you expect?
Yeah,
You're doing your promo the wrong way. So we're doing promo
out when it's cold. We
Yeah.
put our albums out. It's always like, it's that transition between the fall and the winter.
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong. You need to be releasing stuff in spring.
That never happens. We always talk about it too, because usually on the record there'll be one or two really great summer jams, and it never comes out in the. Have we ever had an album come out in the summer?
So it was
when did Revenge come out? May. That was the only time ever. Right?
Yeah. There was only one time that it happened. Every other time it's been the fall.
Yeah.
I've got to say, it's very dangerous, you guys being here. I was going to try and find a copy of the Daily Mail for you.
Oh, no.
We didn't have any in the
I don't
building.
have to use the bathroom, so.
I mean, we're rocking. It's the most dangerous band in the world.
Yep.
Forcing kids to commit suicide. Is that going to keep on going with the
I don't
new
know.
album?
That's a really horrible thing.
Yeah.
It was-
They just, it's like, it's this game that they have, and, they use human beings as pawns to sell their paper.
They paint targets on kids.
Unfortunate.
And a lot of kids got beat up. A lot of kids got hurt. I mean, I don't know. I got shoved for liking the Ramones when I was a teenager, so I guess it's to be expected. But, they just in the business of selling papers, and that's how they do it.
And did you take that personally?
No, I took it harder for the fans. I didn't take it personally at all. In fact, I'm just empathetic. I've always been very overly empathetic. I think it's one of the reasons I am the way I am live, and the band is the way they are live, because we're all very empathetic people. And I think I just felt bad for the kids with the target on them,
But there was a lot of rubbish written about, you guys in The Sun and the Daily Mail in particular.
Right.
And I'm just, that's got to hurt in some way.
It kind of can't. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, once like I said, it was really about the kids for me. It was about getting somewhere and seeing the damage it was doing to them, Less about me. We have pretty thick skin as a band. We have to, in order to just be unique and different like we are, and kind of special and burning really, really hot and bright. Like, you're going to attract, like, this polarization. That's fine. That's actually good. If we were this perfectly normal, acceptable elevator music rock band, like, that everybody liked, that would be so boring, and we wouldn't be doing anything. We wouldn't be changing anything. So it didn't hurt us. I mean, I think we expect it, I don't know what I expect this time. I know this time I'm going to pay attention less to the reaction to something. This time is more about the creation of something than the reaction. So that's what Danger Days represents to me.
You played at I'm going to get the name of it wrong because I don't follow American football, but you played at the Super Bowl. It wasn't the Super Bowl.
No. It was
the Wembley Bowl thing.
What do they call it? International Games
like
Day
once
or
a year
something?
they have one of the season games takes place in the UK, and they did it for 4 years in a row now.
Yeah.
But that was so much fun. We, growing up, football was a big thing in New Jersey. So yeah, it was really exciting.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cooler because it's a song about hard drugs and blowing up the world. And they were doing it literally with, like, marching band and cheerleaders and pyrotechnics, and there's American football games about to pop off, and it was awesome. It was, like, so subversive. It was great. And I got to write a message to my wife on my neck, and they did a big zoom on it. It was a cool time.
Yeah, it was really surreal.
So you're the most dangerous band in the world.
Yeah,
Yes.
the most dangerous. band in the world.
I should have a screen. Well, I kind of got a screen here protecting me.
Who was
but
that band that they used to say that it was Guns N' Roses, right? The most dangerous band in the world.
But
I believe that, though.
They're
now
pretty
it's
dangerous,
you. Who else was dangerous? Bob Dylan was dangerous.
Bob
for
Dylan was
God's sake.
dangerous.
You know what I mean?
Dangerous.
He plugged in and it was dangerous.
And that's the thing, that's the thing. It's more in the spirit. I feel like we're not a sex, drugs, rock and roll band. It's more in the spirit of Dylan, like, in terms of, like, that dude polarized, like, just by plugging in and doing what he wanted to. In that way, the band is really dangerous. It'll always do that kind of thing. Maybe us turning on a Korg, a Moog, or what was it, ARP Odyssey we used on the record. All 80 synthesizers. Maybe, I don't know, people would bum out on us as a rock band doing that and writing songs that actually have, like, dance beats to them. But that's what you have to do to to change and invigorate something and pump life back into it, you have to kind of destroy it. And I always said, like, that's what I feel like Johnny Rotten was doing with the Sex Pistols. I think it took me 30 years to understand, well, not 30, I mean, I guess I listened to him when I was 15. So it took me like 15, 16 years to understand why he loathed rock so much. And to this day, why he hates rock. Because to me, the Bollocks is a rock album. But what it does is, like, rock at the time to him was so stagnant and boring that he's like, I have to destroy this. You know, that's why he was always saying destroy. And I get it now. I totally get it.
No, totally, yeah.
So do you think that I read in the interview that Kerrang published with you guys last month that you kind of wanted to destroy the old My Chemical Romance from the Black Parade album. Is that right? Or did they spin that to kind of get a story?
No. The first attempt at the album was exactly that. The first attempt at the album was doing that. It was like trying to destroy that, but by placing all these rules and stuff on it. But really what it was doing was taking away everything that was great from the band. It was taking away the ambition, the visuals, the vision, all that stuff. It was taken away, and what we were left with was a rock band, like just a normal, safe kind of rock band. What Danger Days really then did was destroy that band that tried to take away the special things. And it did. It annihilated it. And so I think this record is very much in the spirit of all of our records in that it is different and it takes chances.
Yeah, it's like as a band, we're just so into... Oh, you want some? Oh, I thought you were... Sorry. Yeah, we're so into just evolving as artists and musicians, and to top what we've done before. And I really love the analogy of a phoenix rising from the ashes, but that's like, as cliche as it sounds, that's what we love to do, like each and every time we put out an album. All of our favorite artists have done it through their careers.
Yeah, you get kind of reborn.
Yeah,
it's like
good.
Really early on when I was thinking about the visuals, I was like, I like picturing like these guys in these Black Parade uniforms, like, and then peeling it all off, peeling the skin off, and then underneath is all this color and vibrancy, and I like just the image of that in my head was one of the things that inspired me, even though we would never obviously show that image. But
how big was Black Parade? I mean, it was massive, but how many did you sell?
I don't even know the numbers. It's like 3 million worldwide, but that was the plaque I have in my garage. So it's been a long time since then, and I know now it's gone whatever here in the UK platinum.
Oh, you went double platinum
here.
But it was massive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was huge. And you were like playing Madison Square Garden.
That's the thing. It's like, it's almost like sound scans don't even count anymore because of the download culture. It's like, they have an equation for if you sold this much in this year, that's how much you would have sold back then. So it's like the true testament is like, the kids that were coming to our shows.
Yeah.
That's how that's your sound scan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of what musicians make money from as well. Do you know what I mean? That's like if you can sell out arenas, it doesn't matter really, what you download or whatever, because you're still going to keep going if you can do that. And you can, sell 1 million singles, but if that's what you're going to do, then, on one song, if that would be it. That would be bye-bye if you can't kind of back it up with everything else. And you had quite a bit of a break. When did Black Parade come out? Was it 2006, 7?
7, right? So
it was the end of 2006.
Yeah, it was, okay. So, but
2007, then we toured on it for 2.5 years. Just kept going.
So we're in that public eye for that long too. A lot of people were like, "Oh, we've been for 4 years," but it's like, no, we were way up in your face for 2.5 of those, and then we needed a break, which wasn't even that long. Needed to make an album, scrap it, remake an album, and we've been pretty busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we needed to forget about the Black Parade, go home, decompress, have a life again.
Yeah.
Become human beings, experience some stuff, and then write about how you're feeling, basically.
Jared, you're a dad now.
I am a dad.
And when did that happen?
When did it happen? May 27th, 2009.
Right.
It's easy to get confused with 2010 because the years have been such a blur.
Yeah.
Mikey, you dad?
Oh, no, I'm not.
No, okay. So that was the kind of thing that you were doing in the off time?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was doing.
And has that influenced, being a dad, has that influenced any stuff on Danger Days?
It was, a great deal. In the fact that I grew up, but then accepted that I had grown up, but on my terms. It was, that's like, Danger Days is the response to that. If the record we didn't release was this slow, crawling assimilation into boring 30-something rock culture, then Danger Days was the response to that. And by that token, at the end of making Danger Days, I said to myself, wait a minute, no, you have grown up, but you've done it the way you wanted to. And I was happy about it. I was like, oh, I'm a grown-up now. Now I'm the adult. Now we're the adults. I have a child. But I'm going to try to be the best dad I can by living as hard creatively and artistically as I can. So that way she says to herself, well, my dad, artistically, he always did what he wanted,
And what's it like being, I mean, I'm not dad, so I don't know, but what's it like? Is it a real sense of responsibility?
Yes, of course. It's a huge responsibility, but it's a huge amount of fun.
Right.
Like, at first they're very fragile, and then all of a sudden they start to get stronger, and then now she's just like on autopilot. Now, granted, you have to watch her, but she can navigate the whole house. She has an opinion about things, even though she can't even really speak English yet, but she speaks her made-up language. She's dismissive sometimes. She's awesome. She wants crackers. She pulls the things open and she says,
"Oh yeah, she knows how to get into the cabinet. I mean, the closet. Yeah,
it's super rewarding. It's just awesome,
She's always drawing something, or
that's the thing.
She's always going for the piano. Yeah,
she loves the guitar, the piano, the crayons. So far she's like mom and dad.
Excellent.
And uncle and aunt.
It must. The joy in your face is clear to see. Right, I've got to have a go at you for the title of the first single.
Oh no! Go ahead.
No, just because, as a radio presenter, it's really hard to kind of go. Here's My Chemical Romance with na 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 na.
Well, it's really just na na na. That's what we say. We just say na na na. The extra na na nas. There's a guy named Jeff Aroff. He used to be an art director at Warner Bros. For years. He worked with the Beatles, Madonna, everybody. So Alan Wakayama is my art director at Warner's as well, and we're all friends. But he retired, so every time I put a new record out, I ask his opinion. I say, well, this is what the art's gonna look like, And then he said, what's the song called? I said, na na na, and he's like, I want to just see a paragraph of na na nas. He goes, just take up the whole back of the album, and that was actually the plan. I don't know why it only got down to 9. It's supposed to be like a brick of text, So yeah, I get you on that. We just say na na na. You have our blessing to just say na na na.
I think the most they do is 12. The most they'll rate is 12 nas.
Right. You should have gone for the whole back of the album. 86.
We tried.
Yeah, I know. We tried. We ran out of room because we had all this crap we had to put on there, all this anti-piracy stuff, which I don't even know why they put it on a record. And all this nonsense that there's a lot of stuff we had to fit.
So there we go. You spared Nas on the album for anti-piracy stuff. What's the next single going to be? Sing?
Sing, yes.
Tell us about that.
Sing is it was the 4th song written for Danger Days. It was the breakthrough. It was the moment I believe the band, even though it had started with Na Na Little, then we did Vampire Money, and then we did Planetary, and that's when we were really freed up. We didn't finish Planetary yet, and then we got into Sing. And Sing was the first time I'd say the band, operating on all cylinders, started writing music as fans solely of music. Not just a rock band or not anything else, just writing music because they wanted to. It's a lot about what the record's about. It's like, it asks the question, or says, you have to be what tomorrow needs. And to me, sing means so many things. It means it's like somebody yelling out their window, somebody painting a picture, It's a million things, and that's what it's a universal thing. It's the first and most universal song I think the band's written.
Yeah, I think that song kind of, it's gonna change what people think a My Chemical Romance song could be. It kind of tears all those walls down.
I want to go right back to I'm Not Okay, which was your first kind of big breakthrough in the UK.
Right.
And at that time that record came out, and that record or that song, I think, probably won you a lot of fans or got a lot of people kind of going, right, who are these guys, And it was kind of from there to the Black Parade where the whole kind of emo scene, I guess, kind of grew and became a massive thing. Was kind of, the summit, the peak of whatever was Black Parade.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And now that scene's kind of, whether it's died down, whether people, I don't know, grown up a little bit and aren't kind of, wearing the full-on clobber the way they were maybe when they were a bit younger, and, kind of pop's now in the ascendancy so that, any mass-produced, manufactured stuff gets straight to number 1 on both sides of the Atlantic. Were you kind of thinking, right, where does this scene go now when you're writing Danger Days, or how did it kind of fit in?
Well, the way we were thinking about it was we had never felt a part of that scene. So So we just kind of kept trucking along in our fashion, which is to say, you know, we're gonna be what tomorrow needs. We're gonna self-actualize. We're gonna become this individual that's part of the future, part of tomorrow's sound, you know. And that sound is colorful. It's psychedelic. It's brash. It's risky, and it's electronic. And it was all those things. But yeah, when we got swept up in that, it was kind of interesting because if you picked us apart from any of the other bands they were calling that at the time, there was no musical correlation whatsoever from influence to style of dress to anything. It was actually kind of funny. I mean, there was the copycat bands, but that's different visually. But none of them could ever sound like us because we were always changing our sound like the next week. You know, even when you go see it live, then the songs that have been a bit reworked, you know. But I guess that's why that wasn't an issue because we've always existed without it being an issue, and it's been kind of nice. It's nice to see it gone, but I don't really feel like it ever had just a huge impact. It just turned into fashion. It was kind of a disappointment.
Yeah, probably like that term is probably like, you know, I can imagine, you know, in like 94, like an interviewer mentioned that to Eddie Vedder and him just being like, what does grunge mean? You know, like, what are you talking about? That's stupid, you know? It's kind of the same thing, you know, where it's like, you know, emo kind of meant something else, you know, when we were growing up as teenagers, it kind of meant some entirely different thing. And then I think maybe some press outlets lazily grabbed it and went, this is emo. And it's like, well, wasn't emo this other stuff? And it's like, well, now it's just talking about clothes.
Right.
Then what the hell even is it, you know? It just became this weird thing.
Yeah, the guy made a joke today, like, what if a journalist went up to Eddie Vedder and said, hey, you guys sound like Candlebox? Like, what he'd probably, you know, punch the guy in the nose or something, you know what I mean?
Are you saying
like,
you're going to punch me?
No.
I've got a scream.
You look
it's the most dangerous band in the world.
You look far too tough. You have some muscles, man. I go near you.
Live shows. You got you just finished actually some live dates in the UK where you did like, you know, you did venues you could sell out in 3 seconds. Are you going to be doing bigger ones? Is there going to be a new tour coming?
I believe there is a bigger tour coming. We start rehearsals again mid-January, and then we're back out. So I don't know where we go first. I don't know if it's going to be like Japan or Australia or what it is. I know we'll be back here a lot, which is great. This is our home. I mean...
Yeah, we can't stay away, you know.
You know, this is where we broke. This is the place where, good or bad, like sensational tabloid newspapers write about you, and you affect and blow up the culture. That's awesome. Like... It's awesome that we have an effect like that here. So it's enticing to us to be around that, the chaos of it, you know.
Yeah, you guys know how to have a good time, you know.
Sometimes, only on Saturdays. Never on weekdays. Summer festivals?
Possibly. We actually don't know.
Yeah,
well, I mean, the idea is to do them.
Yeah. But you've not been booked. That's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah,
you
we
kind of give us some exclusive that you accidentally slip out. Yeah, oh yeah, we're doing Ready Leaks.
Because I'm the guy you'll get to do that actually. Like I'm so gullible that I'd be like, oh yeah, we just booked that. But no, we haven't booked any. So.
What kind of stuff are you listening to at the moment? What were you listening to in the days when you weren't, you know, in the off days?
In the off days, at first I was listening to a lot. I was rediscovering just my favorite records, like, you know, Damned, all the Stooges records, MC5. Now, and then during the making of the record, nothing. And now I love Sleigh Bells. I think they're a fantastic band.
I've been digging the Black Keys.
Yeah.
And Las Vegas.
Yes, very excited for the new Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'm
record.
so excited.
We're waiting. We hear good
soon.
things.
Yeah, we hear soon, and it's
soon.
yeah.
Are they doing big stuff over in America?
Not really. I don't think.
But you've heard them through being here.
Because
well, we're like total we listen to British.
Yeah, that's
music.
What, you know, that's what we were into growing up. You know, we read The Enemy and the Mojo and you know, that's where we got a lot of our. You know, we gravitated towards that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
See, all the cool kids in America always listen to British music.
That's right. We're listening to Britpop.
Yeah,
we're like literally getting on the
Pulp and
path
Blur,
train to go see Pulp and Blur.
Pulp reforming.
I can't wait.
They are.
It's going to be amazing.
Are
He's one of my
Are
favorite
they playing
people.
festivals this summer?
They've announced one festival date, which is in London Hyde Park in June. And, you know, if you're going to reform for one gig, then you might as well reform for a few more. But at the moment, it's just the one.
Yeah, hopefully we make it out
Hopefully
to
we
some
can
of
go
the
to that.
shows. Because when I saw them they did This Is Hardcore in Manhattan, and it was just like, I was blown away.
I love that record.
I was blown away.
Well, look, guys, great seeing you. And let us know the moment you have the new tour dates announced.
We will, yeah.
Singing's available to download now, and of course, The album is coming out on November the 22nd, Danger Days, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. To give it its full title.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man, this is awesome.
Take care.
This is great.